let's go harvest some broad beans. Might not look like it, but this is my broad bean patch here. So I have a low maintenance approach, same as usual, which means it's a bit wild and it's a bit weedy, and there's some coriander and some potatoes and a whole bunch of other things growing in there. But it does mean that there's been no maintenance here whatsoever. So I haven't bothered to stake them up as most people do. I've just let them flop. I've done almost no work to these other than planting them in the spring. So let's see how much we can get. So these are a wonderful productive crop. So you don't eat the pods. You split them open to get at these beautiful beans inside. These grow really, really well in the Irish climate here, so they really are a staple crop that I kind of depend on here. And while it might be nice to keep a nice tidy patch, like most people do, it's so much work and it's really not necessary. As you can see here, I'm getting quite a yield from these plants already with basically no work, which is nice. There's a few potato plants growing in here. So this was a potato patch last year, and obviously I missed a few potatoes, so they've come back. But that's totally fine. They're not competing with the broad beans. They're growing side by side, which just means that I get 2 or maybe 3 crops from the space instead of just 1. So I'm gonna rummage through, find all the beans that I can first, and then when I'm finished, then I will have a dig through and see how many potatoes I can get afterwards. Okay, these are all spuds here. You can actually see some of them, look. It's pretty cool that I didn't even plant these. Well, I did like 2 years ago. This was a potato patch. And I obviously missed 1 or 2 potatoes and they've just regrown. And they're very healthy and happy. It'd be interesting to see how many I get from sort of an accidental crop. Lovely soil here. So that's the bed clear. Next step, I'm just going to put down some old leaves. These are leaves I got from a local primary school last autumn. So I'm going to put a layer of these down to help feed the soil and insulate it. And then all of that foliage is going to go back on top. So over the winter, that's going to rot down, feed the soil so that it's nice and ready and fertile for next spring, so I can plant more broad beans or something else. So what I'm doing here is making sure that as little organic material is removed from this space as possible. So all these weeds contain valuable nutrients that came out of the soil, and if I bring them away to somewhere like a compost heap, I'm degrading this little patch. So by making sure all of this stuff stays where it grows, I can help to build soil each time I grow something here instead of slowly depleting it year after year.